1. Abtelos, the man who is loyal to creation. 2. Abeos, the good father. 3. Atlantis, guardian of the seas. 4. Absalomos, father of peace. 5. Oegapos, the loving man. 6. Akamo, guardian of the stars and planets. 7. Alcasio, the immaculate man. 8. Anandos, the joyous and happy man. 9. Arahat, the precious man. 10. Ariel, guardian of the hearth fire of creation. 11. Astros, the man who is a star observer. 12. Atlain, guardian of the mountains. 13. Athasatha, the man who contemplates the times. 14. Atlant, the man who bears the celestial vault. 15. Atmabodas, the self-discerning man. 16. Audios, the man who hears. 17. Hephaestos, the law-bearing man. 18. Arcanos, the man who bears secrets. 19. Oiros, guardian of the sky. 20. Agensos, Nikos, forming man. 21. Asramas, the self-endeavoring man. 1. Abdillah, the woman who is loyal to creation. 2. Abaga, the good mother. 3. Atlanta, the woman who bears the celestial vault. 4. Ananda, the joyous and happy woman. 5. Arcana, the woman who bears secrets. 6. Asina, the woman who is a sea dancer. 7. Alina, the soft and tender woman. 8. Aga, the woman who controls. 9. Agapa, the loving woman. 10. Aramata, the woman who is loved. 11. Arcanana, guardianess of the secrets. 12. Asisa, the bird protectress. 13. Askisa, the skilled woman. 14. Athana, the fire guardianess. 15. Athara, mother of the night. 16. Athmara, the universal discerning woman. 17. Orla, the woman who is unwalled by light. 18. Auruma, the woman who is unwalled by glory. 19. Afantara, the woman who bears the power of creation. 20. Alambreda, the enlightened woman. 21. Amata, the beloved woman. 1. Baphometos, the man with the beard. 2. Barsabal, the iron man. 3. Bianar, the man who is rational and full of understanding. 4. Bodo, the discerning man. 5. Brahmo, the strong man. 6. Budho, the enlightened man. 7. Begum, the princely man. 8. Belan, the royal man. 9. Belsum, the man who is a nicely sounding singer. 10. Belisal, the victorious man. 11. Brios, the noble man. 12. Biosos, the living man. 13. Bia, the administering man. 14. Polidos, the meteoric man. 15. Botanist, the man who is a plant expert. 16. Budger, the man who is a planner. 17. Bertel, the man who is a game fighter. 18. Bucolic, the herdsman and shepherd poet. 19. Birdian, the man who tells stories. 20. Bias, the man who drives antics. 21. Buorsal, the man who offers shelter. 1. Biala, the mistress. 2. Bianara, the woman who is rational and full of understanding. 3. Buorsada, the woman who offers shelter. 4. Birdida, the woman who tells stories. 5. Bayata, the woman who stands as a candidate. 6. Burasita, the woman who is a beginner. 7. Beada, the woman who is a researcher. 8. Bisa, the woman who unifies. 9. Bayrafa, the woman who is a secret instructor. 10. Barukata, the woman who is an announcer. 11. Presita, the woman who is an origination expert. 12. Banya, the cleanly woman. 13. Bizinia, the woman who is a song singer. 14. Biarik, the woman who is a lyricist. 15. Banara, the woman who is a trainer of knowledge. 16. Borzissa, the good wife. 17. Belanira, the beauty. 18. Benirira, the woman who is an onlooker. 19. Basilia, the woman who is a law expert. 20. Benissa, the woman who is in a lounge closer. 21. Bearzella, the woman who is an analyzer. 1. Deductor, the man who deduces. 2. Demiurgo, the man who works well with his hands. 3. Demos, guardian of fairness. 4. Ducalon, the self-saving man. 5. Diriras, the man who is an expert of the cosmos. 6. Dorados the gold-bearing man. 7. Deba the flying man. 8. Dabaran the ground-breaking man. 9. Deltos the man who is a sailor. 10. Demiurgo the man who seeks value. 11. Dietricos the unforgettable man. 12. Detanan the mighty man. 13. Detal the man who searches. 14. Didicol the man who is a fighter. 15. Desadan the man who is a hunter. 16. Durdak the man who is a finder. 17. Desidman the magnanimous man. 18. Dutyaz the man who is a daredevil. 19. Desil the man who is mild in behavior. 20. Dakal the hot-blooded man. 21. Deliro the man who is a dreamer. 1. Beriama the woman who speaks. 2. Daria the supportive woman. 3. Demetra the planet mother. 4. Defo the woman who is a celestial being. 5. Demara guardianess of fairness. 6. Decora the moral woman. 7. Dacto the woman who is full of expressiveness. 8. Donna the woman who catches birds. 9. Durada the gold-bearing woman. 10. Duteza the woman who gives. 11. Dreda the tree nymph. 12. Dunara the woman who upholds decency. 13. Bacterio the self-creative woman. 14. Demona the friend. 15. Damiela the weaver. 16. Demira the blossoming woman. 17. Delio the flagrant flower. 18. Deliara the woman who plays. 19. Denate the hard-working woman. 20. Delirira the dreaming woman. 21. Danteri the virtuous woman. 1. Iculsios the man who gathers. 2. Ilis the man who will be. 3. Eidolanos the man who makes pictures. 4. Eklectos the chosen man. 5. Iminemos the excellent man. 6. Emphadouklas the ethical man. 7. Inkiridon the man who holds everything in hand. 8. Enduradon the world-renouncing man. 9. Entelecum the man who is perfect in himself. 10. Epopton the watchman. 11. Escatalogon the man who recognizes the last things. 12. Isinazal the man who heals. 13. Itikon the man who is of firm character. 14. Encrystal the man who gives thanks. 15. Adamanishmos the man who thinks of self-happiness. 16. Enrithmos the man who creates harmony. 17. Ephiluton the self-evolving and self-unfolding man. 18. Ifergatol the well-doing man. 19. Ecultaton the man who rises up. 20. Ekgastel the man who elucidates. 21. Ecorsiston the suggestive man. 1. Eculsa the woman who gathers. 2. Eidolona the woman who makes pictures. 3. Eclecta the chosen woman. 4. Emienema the excellent woman. 5. Infadkla the ethical woman. 6. Onkirida the woman who holds everything in hand. 7. Indurana the world-renouncing woman. 8. Antelekoa the woman who is perfect in herself. 9. Epopta the watchwoman. 10. Eschatologa the woman who recognizes the last things. 11. Esanasa the woman who heals. 12. Etikona the woman who is of firm character. 13. Enkarista the woman who gives thanks. 14. Adamonisa the woman who thinks of self-happiness. 15. Enritma the woman who creates harmony. 16. Ifergata the well-doing woman. 17. Ephiluta the self-evolving and self-unfolding woman. 18. Equaltata the woman who rises up. 19. Ekgasta the woman who elucidates. 20. Ifar the partuariant woman. 21. Eloa the woman who bids welcome. 1. Farbulanan the man who versifies narratives. 2. Fakiranan the man who uses legerdemain. 3. Fanumatol the convincing man. 4. Fluidasan the man who knows the non-comprehensible and the non-ascertainable. 5. Fordararan the man who unifies. 6. Fohata the man who sees the primal light. 7. Fatsiriso the man who produces artificial items. 8. Fiatan the man who sees that all that is necessary is done. 9. Formalistan the overemphasizing man. 10. Fratisto the brotherly man. 11. Fiatan Lucos the man who sees that the necessary light is made. 12. Fanuomo the convinced man. 13. Fedeleon the noble-blooded man. 14. Ferban the man who has the word. 15. Fitasol the man who has the life. 16. Voluntaran the man who has the will. 17. Funkatol the man who is bubbling in energy. 18. Fanuomolan the man who is a zealot and enthusiast. 19. Fikuomo the firmly formed man. 20. Forariosan the stormy man. 21. Figtianos the man who fabulates the future. 1. Fabulana the woman who versifies narratives. 2. Fakiorana the woman who uses legerdemain. 3. Fanumata the convincing woman. 4. Fluidasa the woman who knows the non-comprehensible and the non-ascertainable. 5. Forderera the woman who unifies. 6. Fohata the woman who sees the primal light. 7. Fatsireza the woman who produces artificial items. 8. Fiata the woman who sees that all that is necessary is done. 9. Formalina the overemphasizing woman. 10. Fictiona the woman who fabulates the future. 11. Fita Luca the woman who sees that the necessary light is made. 12. Fola the sisterly woman. 13. Faduna the woman who has the word. 14. Fitara the woman who has the life. 15. Folantara the woman who has the will. 16. Fuonka the woman who is bubbling in energy. 17. Fanama the convinced woman. 18. Fedalia the noble-blooded woman. 19. Fanumala the woman who is a zealot and enthusiast. 20. Fikuma the firmly formed woman. 21. Furiosa the stormy woman. 1. Gabriel the mighty man from the creation. 2. Gautamas the man who is greater than a god. 3. Giamaranan the man who has the full explanations. 4. Giamatrion the man who knows the numerical values. 5. Giinsos the man who instructs the teaching of creation. 6. Gianios the man to whom the natural is innate. 7. Giabelman the man who knows the solution. 8. Giinsangan the man who admires the world. 9. Cleophos the man who records. 10. Nananos the man who knows about the initiating. 11. Gnominan the man who controls in truth. 12. Goetios the power unfolding man. 13. Gralon the man who makes bulls. 14. Graphianan the rousing man. 15. Graf Hologan the man who is an expert of hand lines. 16. Guron the honorable man. 17. Girasan the man who predicts the future. 18. Galata the man who is a galaxy expert. 19. Gamatos the man who knows the function of higher mathematics. 20. Gilgamesh the man who seeks the wellspring of life. 21. Gloron the glorious man. 1. Gabriela the mighty woman from the creation. 2. Gautama the woman who is greater than a goddess. 3. Giamara the woman who has the full explanations. 4. Giamatri the woman who knows the numerical values. 5. Generalisio the woman who instructs the teaching of creation. 6. Genia the woman to whom the natural is innate. 7. Dblema the woman who knows the solution. 8. Jinsanga the woman who admires the world. 9. Glyphia the woman who records. 10. Nanana the woman who knows about the initiating. 11. Nomina the woman who controls in truth. 12. Goetia the power unfolding woman. 13. Grala the woman who makes bulls. 14. Graphiela the rousing woman. 15. Graphologa the woman who is an expert of hand lines. 16. Gura the honorable woman. 17. Giresa the woman who predicts the future. 18. Gilgamesha the woman who seeks the wellspring of life. 19. Gama the woman who knows the function of higher mathematics. 20. Genyana the woman who draws from the power of the spirit. 21. Glora the glorious woman. 1. Hadanol the man who is the rescuer of the suppressed ones. 2. Hagadol the man who is a speaker. 3. Halankal the man who is able to change developmentally. 4. Horfkratan the silent man. 5. Hasmodal the man who watches the moon. 6. Henoch the man who bears the pillars of the mission. 7. Hermenos the man who is the messenger of creation. 8. Hermnekos the interpreter. 9. Hermiton the man who is an expert in the knowledge of nature. 10. Hesclan the man who is becoming a god. 11. Hereston the man who discovers. 12. Hirakal the man who rules in controllingness. 13. Himafatol the man who wanders in the snow. 14. Hiraman the man who is a builder. 15. Hismalon the man who announces the truth. 16. Hodon the man who sees and understands the Sahar. 17. Homeron the man who laughs. 18. Ha'alel the man who expresses praise. 19. Hyalogenon the man who forms salt. 20. Halan the man who creates light. 21. Heresos the heroic man. 1. Hadanola the woman who is the rescuer of the suppressed ones. 2. Haggadah the woman who is a speaker. 3. Halanka the woman who is able to change developmentally. 4. Halfkrata the silent woman. 5. Hasmodala the woman who watches the moon. 6. Hermena the woman who is the messenger of creation. 7. Hermnica the interpretress. 8. Hermita the woman who is an expert in the knowledge of nature. 9. Heskla the woman who is becoming a goddess. 10. Heresta the woman who discovers. 11. Hiraka the woman who rules in controllingness. 12. Himafeta the woman who wanders in the snow. 13. Hirama the woman who is a builder. 14. Hismalala the woman who announces the truth. 15. Hodona the woman who sees and understands the Sahar. 16. Hamira the woman who laughs. 17. Halela the woman who expresses praise. 18. Halogina the woman who forms salt. 19. Halona the woman who creates light. 20. Hirosa the heroic woman. 21. Hirata the dignified priestess. 1. Yatrikan the man who is a healing expert. 2. Ictisos the fisherman. 3. Emmanuel the man with godly knowledge. 4. Anithios the man who introduces. 5. Esfaran the man who is a world leader. 6. Yeziriras the man who forms. 7. Yesodos the fundamental man. 8. Isodos the man who is loyal to himself. 9. Renan the peace-loving man. 10. Iranikol the man who is an instructor of peace. 11. Yogandol the man who withdraws into himself. 12. Ustitol the justice-speaking man. 13. Ublin the festive man. 14. Imposanto the impressive man. 15. Delizan the enthusiastic man. 16. Islaman the man who is obedient to creation. 17. Afsisos the man who is himself. 18. Yazar the man who fights against the untruth. 19. Eophan the man who fulfills the life principle. 20. Yohanan the guardian of the places of the truth. 21. Edelon the man with great understanding of life. 1. Yotrika the woman who is a healing expert. 2. Ictisa the fisherwoman. 3. Emmanuela the woman with godly knowledge. 4. Ianitia the woman who introduces. 5. Esfara the woman who is a world leader. 6. Yezirira the woman who forms. 7. Yesoda the fundamental woman. 8. Eophiela the beauty of creation. 9. Irisa the woman who is like a lily. 10. Iranona the peace-loving woman. 11. Yoganda the woman who withdraws into herself. 12. Ustita the justice-speaking woman. 13. Ubella the festive woman. 14. Islama the woman who is obedient to creation. 15. Ifsisa the woman who is herself. 16. Yazera the woman who fights against the untruth. 17. Iefa the woman who fulfills the life principle. 18. Ulada the woman who is like a flower. 19. Ediela the woman who loves a peaceful life. 20. Imabiela the woman who is against war. 21. Intagra the blameless woman. 1. Caballos the man who hands down. 2. Cardoso's the consecrated man. 3. Kephalion the man who is absolute. 4. Kalendaran the man who manages his own time. 5. Nonan the rule-giving man. 6. Karma's the active man. 7. Carcinator the man who is complete. 8. Catharisan the man who cleans. 9. Ketron the ground man. 10. Ketrion the man who knows the past and future. 11. Kerubon the position-worthy man. 12. Kudakan the man who is a collector of texts. 13. Klinsa the erudite, power-unfolding man. 14. Kuranan the man who announces the truth. 15. Krithian the man who assesses. 16. Kumaros the virtuous man. 17. Vadonan the man who raises flowers. 18. Kabanetos the helmsman. 19. Kabaleano the man who knows the laws of Sevenness. 20. Comitan the man who is a comet expert. 21. Kazandros the man who is a seer and warner. 1. Kabbalah the woman who hands down. 2. Cardosa the consecrated woman. 3. Kephalio the woman who is absolute. 4. Kalendra the woman who manages her own time. 5. Karnanona the rule-giving woman. 6. Karma the active woman. 7. Karsinta the woman who is complete. 8. Katharissa the woman who cleans. 9. Ketira the crowned woman. 10. Ketria the woman who knows the past and future. 11. Kerubana the position-worthy woman. 12. Kudaka the woman who is a collector of texts. 13. Klinsora the erudite, power-unfolding woman. 14. Kunona the woman who announces the truth. 15. Krito the woman who assesses. 16. Kumara the virtuous woman. 17. Calliope the muse of epic poetry. 18. Vadona the woman who raises flowers. 19. Kamita the woman who is a comet expert. 20. Cassandra the woman who is a seer and warner. 21. Kazeza the woman who endows. 1. Lihanan the man who is becoming close. 2. Lianon the man who stands at the transition to the next level. 3. Lectianos the man who is a lecturer of knowledge. 4. Lekikonan the man who knows terms. 5. Lemnologan the man who explores the seas. 6. Litologan the man who is a rock expert. 7. Logikos the man who thinks logically. 8. Liranos the man who is a harp player. 9. Liredan the man who observes shooting stars. 10. Lirekan the man who versifies feelings. 11. Lirisman the sentimental man. 12. Ladharan the man who builds engineering structures. 13. Lilithan the man who rules the stars. 14. Limanan the lagoon guardian. 15. Litanal the man who is an intercessor. 16. Lucas the man who is a wood carver. 17. Luzifel the man who is a light bringer. 18. Lejaran the man who is a protector of the outcasts. 19. Lenan the beloved of his wife. 20. Latikian the man who is a confidante. 21. Laotsi the man who is a profound thinker. 1. Latihana the woman who is becoming close. 2. Liana the woman who stands at the transition to the next level. 3. Lectiona the woman who is a lecturer of knowledge. 4. Liftosama the slender woman. 5. Lekikona the woman who knows terms. 6. Lemnologa the woman who explores the seas. 7. Litaloga the woman who is a rock expert. 8. Logika the woman who thinks logically. 9. Lyra the woman who is a harp player. 10. Lyrida the woman who observes shooting stars. 11. Lyrika the woman who versifies feelings. 12. Lyrisma the sentimental woman. 13. Labnona the dance artist. 14. Ladhara the woman who builds engineering structures. 15. Labilio the water maiden. 16. Lilitha the woman who rules the stars. 17. Limana the lagoon guardianess. 18. Litanella the woman who is an intercessor. 19. Lucana the woman who is a wood carver. 20. Lucifera the woman who is a light bringer. 21. La the beloved of her husband. 1. Marganos the man who is a path builder. 2. Mahan the man who is a great master. 3. Mahatan the great man. 4. Mahatmaro the sublime, wise man. 5. Manasos the mentally thinking man. 6. Maneos the man who is a questioner. 7. Mantian the man who prophesies. 8. Methusalan the man who is an arrow of death against the untruth. 9. Mosherato the man who hands down secrets. 10. Margafano the man who flies celestial vehicles. 11. Mayos the man who is an illusionist. 12. Medosos the man who is an intermediary between the levels. 13. Metodin the man who joins together. 14. Mikhail the man who asks, who is like the creation. 15. Mitradan the man who is a turban bearer. 16. Muhammad the praised man. 17. Monissos the man who forms unity. 18. Mudras the man who puts under a seal. 19. Mystinos the newly initiated man. 20. Mystikos the man who is entrusted with secrets. 21. Musas the man who is a founder of the people. 1. Maha the woman who is a great master. 2. Mahata the great woman. 3. Mahatmara the sublime, wise woman. 4. Manasa the mentally thinking woman. 5. Mana the woman who is a questioner. 6. Mantia the woman who prophesies. 7. Marga the woman who is a path builder. 8. Mosharata the woman who hands down secrets. 9. Margafana the woman who flies celestial vehicles. 10. Maya the woman who is an illusionist. 11. Mdosa the woman who is an intermediary between the levels. 12. Meta the woman who joins together. 13. Michaela the woman who asks, who is like the creation. 14. Mitra the woman who is a turban bearer. 15. Muhada the praised woman. 16. Manasa the woman who forms unity. 17. Mudra the woman who puts under a seal. 18. Misna the newly initiated woman. 19. Mystika the woman who is entrusted with secrets. 20. Musa the woman who is a founder of the people. 21. Muna the alone woman. 1. Nikhil the man with the creational shine. 2. Nadian the man who builds canals. 3. Nananan the watchman of the world of blossoms and flowers. 4. Nakatan the man who triumphs in firmness. 5. Nuktamaron the man who illuminates the night with daylight. 6. Nadian the river mussel fisherman. 7. Nautikos the man who is a navigation expert. 8. Nautilian the cuttlefish fisherman. 9. Nectaran the man who gathers honey. 10. Nemisan the man who punishes in fairness. 11. Nifritan the jade-like man. 12. Nasta the man who is a wise counselor. 13. Nemrada the man who is an enthusiastic hunter. 14. Noemata the man with great thought content. 15. Nuertikan the cognition instructing man. 16. Nomadan the nomadic shepherd. 17. Normon the man who measures. 18. Nusan the man who comprehends. 19. Nadiron the man who stands under the zenith. 20. Nathan the man who is a representative. 21. Negbon the man who is capable of surviving in the desert. 1. Nakela the woman with the creational shine. 2. Nadia the woman who builds canals. 3. Nanana the watchwoman of the world of blossoms and flowers. 4. Neka the woman who triumphs in firmness. 5. Nuktamra the woman who illuminates the night with daylight. 6. Nado the river mussel fisherwoman. 7. Nautika the woman who is a navigation expert. 8. Nautilia the cuttlefish fisherwoman. 9. Nectara the woman who gathers honey. 10. Nemesa the woman who punishes in fairness. 11. Nifrit the jade-like woman. 12. Nastara the woman who is a wise counselor. 13. Nemrada the woman who is an enthusiastic hunter. 14. Noemata the woman with great thought content. 15. Nuertika the cognition instructing woman. 16. Namada the nomadic shepherdess. 17. Norma the woman who measures. 18. Nusona the woman who comprehends. 19. Nadirona the woman who stands under the zenith. 20. Nathana the woman who is a representative. 21. Nagiba the woman who is capable of surviving in the desert. 1. Odosa the pervasive man. 2. Ophita the man who is a snake lover. 3. Orden the man who regulates. 4. Orpheon the man who is a mist singer. 5. Osmologan the man who is a fragrance producer. 6. Oasa the man who gives life to the desert. 7. Okranol the secret watchman. 8. Odinas the man who is a celebration song singer. 9. Okmuman the man who is a land cultivator. 10. Olympos the significant man. 11. Opila the man shining through the man who shines through things. 12. Opharchon the opaque man the non-transparent man. 13. Optimita the life-affirming man. 14. Ordila the man who determines directs according to the laws of creation. 15. Urielon the man from the mountain forest. 16. Okimarol the word combining man. 17. Ostgyaka the man who is a deer breeder. 18. Ostinakan the persistent man. 19. Otyomo the contemplative and peaceful man. 20. Ozylon the oscillating man. 21. Arogena the man who is a mountain former. 1. Odosa the pervasive woman. 2. Ophita the woman who is a snake lover. 3. Ordana the woman who regulates. 4. Orpho the woman who is a mist singer. 5. Osmologa the woman who is a fragrance producer. 6. Oza the woman who gives life to the desert. 7. Okranola the secret watchwoman. 8. Odo the woman who is a celebration song singer. 9. Okmuma the woman who is a land cultivator. 10. Olymposa the significant woman. 11. Opala the woman shining through the woman who shines through things. 12. Opharcha the opaque woman the non-transparent woman. 13. Optimita the life-affirming woman. 14. Ordalia the woman who determines directs according to the laws of creation. 15. Orilla the woman from the mountain forest. 16. Okimora the word combining woman. 17. Ostgyaka the woman who is a deer breeder. 18. Ostanika the persistent woman. 19. Otyoma the contemplative and peaceful woman. 20. Oziela the oscillating woman. 21. Oroganal the woman who is a mountain former. 1. Pionesian the man who is an all-healing expert. 2. Palinginesan the man who restores. 3. Posada the man who carefully passes by. 4. Belosophon the wisdom-loving man. 5. Prathan the man who is an initiate in old mysteries. 6. Prananan the man who respires life artificially. 7. Pranamatro the man who bears the breath of life. 8. Prabata the man who is an examiner. 9. Sikan the breath-striking man. 10. Sikiko the well-balanced man. 11. Porakon the inhaling man. 12. Padan the man with a comprehensive education. 13. Polymnesia the man who remembers the forgotten. 14. Pankrinan the man who is a science writer. 15. Panagiron the praise-giving man. 16. Pantokraton the man who is an all-ruler. 17. Parango the dagger-bearing man. 18. Partan the passionate man. 19. Pariodon the regularly returning man. 20. Panaka the joyful man. 21. Patanan the bold man. 1. Pionazo the woman who is an all-healing expert. 2. Palinginessa the woman who restores. 3. Posada the woman who carefully passes by. 4. Pielosopha the wisdom-loving woman. 5. Plata the woman who is an initiate in old mysteries. 6. Prana the woman who respires life artificially. 7. Pranamatra the woman who bears the breath of life. 8. Probata the woman who is an examiner. 9. Sikana the breath-striking woman. 10. Sikika the well-balanced woman. 11. Poraka the inhaling woman. 12. Padana the woman with a comprehensive education. 13. Polymnisa the woman who remembers the forgotten. 14. Pankrana the woman who is a science writer. 15. Panagirira the praise-giving woman. 16. Pantokrata the woman who is an all-ruler. 17. Paranga the dagger-bearing woman. 18. Partana the passionate woman. 19. Parioda the regularly returning woman. 20. Panaka the joyful woman. 21. Pationa the bold woman. 1. Rabban the man who is a teacher of the secret mysteries. 2. Rabban the man who is a humanist. 3. Ragkaman the benevolent man. 4. Rayana the great king. 5. Raphael the creation lawful physician. 6. Rikakayan the exhaling man. 7. Rialana the little king. 8. Regulon the man who lives in accordance with the teaching of truth. 9. Return the man who performs ceremonies. 10. Rosian the secretive man. 11. Radilon the radiant man. 12. Radian the man who is an expert of rays. 13. Radsin the princely man. 14. Rafina the purifying man. 15. Rebecca the man who is a winner. 16. Rita the man who is a leader. 17. Rhapsodon the man who is a traveling singer. 18. Radinan the man who is like precious metal. 19. Ritoron the man who is a master of speech. 20. Rietman the man who is an instructor of kinematics. 21. Robin the festively clothed man. 1. Rabba the woman who is a teacher of the secret mysteries. 2. Rabala the woman who is a humanist. 3. Rakama the benevolent woman. 4. Vayana the great queen. 5. Rafia the creation lawful physicianess. 6. Rikaka the exhaling woman. 7. Raylana the little queen. 8. Regular the woman who lives in accordance with the teaching of truth. 9. Rita the woman who performs ceremonies. 10. Rosie the secretive woman. 11. Radalona the radiant woman. 12. Radia the woman who is an expert of rays. 13. Radsa the princessly woman. 14. Rafina the purifying woman. 15. Rebecca the woman who is a winner. 16. Riktal the woman who is a leader. 17. Rhapsoda the woman who is a traveling singer. 18. Radiona the woman who is like precious metal. 19. Retara the woman who is a master of speech. 20. Ritma the woman who is an instructor of kinematics. 21. Ruba the festively clothed woman. 1. Santanos the herald of light. 2. Samadon the self-concentrating man. 3. Seginan the man in whom the creation dwells. 4. Sam the man who gives the names. 5. Senzal the man who knows the secret mysteries of language. 6. Seraphon the inflaming man. 7. Sastron the treating man. 8. Sakam the homey man. 9. Seabilian the man who makes known the laws of creation. 10. Sidon the invulnerable man. 11. Socrates the self-deliberating man. 12. Sorata the sun guardian. 13. Stelian the pillar-like man. 14. Suron the man who is a line writer. 15. Surion the man who is a line lover. 16. Susilan the man who is arranged into the laws of creation. 17. Svaman the man who is head of the house of knowledge. 18. Simetron the man of equal weight. 19. Samaza the man who is a sweet wine producer. 20. Sanatoga the fortifying man. 21. Saptelin the bodyguard. 1. Santana the heraldess of light. 2. Samada the self-concentrating woman. 3. Segina the woman in whom the creation dwells. 4. Sema the woman who gives the names. 5. Senza the woman who knows the secret mysteries of language. 6. Serapha the inflaming woman. 7. Sastra the treating woman. 8. Sakana the homey woman. 9. Seabilia the woman who makes known the laws of creation. 10. Sida the invulnerable woman. 11. Socrata the self-deliberating woman. 12. Sarata the sun guardianess. 13. Stelio the pillar-like woman. 14. Sura the woman who is a line writer. 15. Sauria the woman who is a line lover. 16. Susiela the woman who is arranged into the laws of creation. 17. Swama the woman who is head of the house of knowledge. 18. Simetra the woman of equal weight. 19. Samosa the woman who is a sweet wine producer. 20. Sanatoga the fortifying woman. 21. Satella the bodyguardess. 1. Thaguman the man who speaks in allegories. 2. Telemon the strong-willed man. 3. Tokatha the man who is a perceiver. 4. Toron the law-giving man. 5. Tumaman the man who knows perfection. 6. Tifareta the man who is living in beauty. 7. Turiel the scout. 8. Trisanan the threefold controlling man. 9. Tubalkan the man who is an iron tool producer. 10. Taba the uncompromising man. 11. Tekiel the cautious man. 12. Tikton the wisely calculating man. 13. Tukitol the skillful and prudent man. 14. Talent the talented man. 15. Talisman the man who is a bringer of fortune. 16. Thugin the miracle-working man. 17. Thekton the sculptor. 18. Theklita the man who checks. 19. The Mitten the man with the guiding principles. 20. Tuia the guardian of the tree of life. 21. Chopin the decorating man. 1. Tuguma the woman who speaks in allegories. 2. Talema the strong-willed woman. 3. Tokata the woman who is a perceiver. 4. Torona the law-giving woman. 5. Tuamiama the woman who knows perfection. 6. Tifareta the woman who is living in beauty. 7. Turila the scotess. 8. Trisana the threefold controlling woman. 9. Tuborka the woman who is an iron tool producer. 10. Thaba the uncompromising woman. 11. Tukyela the cautious woman. 12. Tiktana the wisely calculating woman. 13. Tukita the skillful and prudent. 14. Telling to the talented woman. 15. Telismona the woman who is a bringer of fortune. 16. Tia Orgina the miracle-working woman. 17. Theoctona the sculptress. 18. Theocrita the woman who checks. 19. The Mata the woman with the guiding principles. 20. Tuia the guardianess of the tree of life. 21. Dropa the decorating woman. 1. Uranidon the titan-like man. 2. Olain the man who is a lancer. 3. Urbas the polite man. 4. Usuline the man who is an educator. 5. Usin the habitual man. 6. Utopan the man who is a wishful thinker. 7. Ufatsin the administering man. 8. Unkas the man who decrees. 9. Almond the man who is a rights expert. 10. Ulikis the adventurer. 11. Anikas the unique man. 12. Uranian the man who is a star expert. 13. Algian the admonishing man. 14. Uruk the enormous man. 15. Ukita the man who is a string player. 16. Apais the far-sighted man. 17. Adelan the man who is a literature expert. 18. Utan the way of living. 19. Utaro the triumphing man. 20. Untan the golden bossing man. 21. Uta the man who is a fighter. 1. Uranida the titan-like woman. 2. Ola the woman who is a lancer. 3. Urbasa the polite woman. 4. Usurina the woman who is an educator. 5. Usona the habitual woman. 6. Utaponadai the woman who is a wishful thinker. 7. Ufazo the administering woman. 8. Anka the woman who decrees. 9. Ulim Anna the woman who is a rights expert. 10. Ulika the adventuress. 11. Anika the unique woman. 12. Uraniina the woman who is a star expert. 13. Agio the admonishing woman. 14. Uruka the enormous woman. 15. Ukita the woman who is a string player. 16. Apio the far-sighted woman. 17. Adilona the woman who is a literature expert. 18. Utana the way of living. 19. Utara the triumphing woman. 20. Unta the golden bossing woman. 21. Uta the woman who is a fighter. 1. Vika the calling man. 2. Varian the man who moves through the air. 3. Vedant the man who attained the possible knowledge. 4. Vinay the disciplined man. 5. Vukan the man who is strong in assessment. 6. Vampan the man who creates agreements. 7. Vatusa the cattle herdsman. 8. Vdin the primeval man. 9. Vigan the man who is a lyre player. 10. Vidan the man who is a shoe worker. 11. Vikitan the man who is an airship builder. 12. Vilate the land steward. 13. Vitran the man who is a reformer. 14. Vitiman the man who is a precious metal seeker. 15. Vaki the man who processes sounds. 16. Vian the man who is a fencer. 17. Varam the decision-making man. 18. Vikiman the man who rides on water. 19. Votal the ruling man. 20. Vusa the man who is a chronicler. 21. Vuda the purifying man. 1. Vika the calling woman. 2. Vario the woman who moves through the air. 3. Vdana the woman who attained the possible knowledge. 4. Vinaya the disciplined woman. 5. Vivka the woman who is strong in assessment. 6. Vampana the woman who creates agreements. 7. Vatusa the cattle herdswoman. 8. Vdina the primeval woman. 9. Vega the woman who is a lyre player. 10. Vidana the woman who is a shoe worker. 11. Vikita the woman who is an airship builder. 12. Vilata the land stewardess. 13. Vitira the woman who is a reformer. 14. Vitiama the woman who is a precious metal seeker. 15. Vakia the woman who processes sounds. 16. Vinta the woman who is a fencer. 17. Varama the decision-making woman. 18. Vikiama the woman who rides on water. 19. Vota the ruling woman. 20. Vusera the woman who is a chronicler. 21. Vuda the purifying woman. 1. Zabul the man who is a dwelling builder. 2. Zebatan the man who is master of the armies. 3. Zdeka the man who is master over kings. 4. Zelatan the eagerly studying man. 5. Zenda the fire guardian. 6. Zentos the man standing in the center. 7. Zodias the man who is a friend to animals. 8. Zostas the goods-possessing man. 9. Zenebian the hermit. 10. Zdekan the people's king. 11. Zaran the man who is full of courage. 12. Zenos the man who is a census taker. 13. Zephyron the man who comes with the wind of sundown. 14. Zobiron the watchful man. 15. Zosim the man who is a history writer. 16. Zulain the man who is mild in behavior. 17. Zarin the sensitive man. 18. Zuron the man who is a diver. 19. Zumande the man who is a beam ship operator. 20. Ziduk the lively man. 21. Zeklossen the whirling man. 1. Zabuola the woman who is a dwelling builder. 2. Zbatana the woman who is master of the armies. 3. Zdeka the woman who is master over kings. 4. Zelata the eagerly studying woman. 5. Zenda the fire guardianess. 6. Zenta the woman standing in the center. 7. Zodia the woman who is a friend to animals. 8. Zosta the goods-possessing woman. 9. Zenebio the hermitess. 10. Zdekana the people's queen. 11. Zarana the woman who is full of courage. 12. Zenosa the woman who is a census taker. 13. Zephyrira the woman who comes with the wind of sundown. 14. Zabirira the watchful woman. 15. Zosiama the woman who is a history writer. 16. Zula the woman who is mild in behavior. 17. Zarina the sensitive woman. 18. Zuahra the woman who is a diver. 19. Zuoma the woman who is a beam ship operator. 20. Zidoka the lively woman. 21. Zeklosa the whirling woman. Night. 16. Athmara the universal discerning woman. 17. Orla the woman who is unwalled by light. 18. Auruma the woman who is unwalled by glory. 19. Afantara the woman who bears the power of creation. 20. Alambreda the enlightened woman. 21. Amata the beloved woman. 1. Baphomethos the man with the beard. 2. Barsabal the Iron Man. 3. Beinar the man who is rational and full of understanding. 4. Bodo the discerning man. 5. Brahmo the strong man. 6. Budho the enlightened man. 7. Begum the princely man. 8. Belan the royal man. 9. Belsump the man who is a nicely sounding singer. 10. Belisal the victorious man. 11. Brios the noble man. 12. Biosos the living man. 13. Bia the administering man. 14. Polydos the meteoric man. 15. Botanist the man who is a plant expert. 16. Budger the man who is a planner. 17. Bertel the man who is a game fighter. 18. Bucolic the herdsman and shepherd poet. 19. Birdian the man who tells stories. 20. Bias the man who drives antics. 21. Borsal the man who offers shelter. 1. Biala the mistress. 2. Bianara the woman who is rational and full of understanding. 3. Borsada the woman who offers shelter. 4. Birdida the woman who tells stories. 5. Bayata the woman who stands as a candidate. 6. Burasita the woman who is a beginner. 7. Bearda the woman who is a researcher. 8. Bisa the woman who unifies. 9. 10. Efferluton the self-evolving and self-unfolding man. 18. Ifergatol the well-doing man. 19. Ekultatan the man who rises up. 20. Ekgastel the man who elucidates. 21. Ecorsistan the suggestive man. 1. Ekulsa the woman who gathers. 2. Idolona the woman who makes pictures. 3. Eclecta the chosen woman. 4. Emienema the excellent woman. 5. Infadkla the ethical woman. 6. Onkirida the woman who holds everything in hand. 7. Indurana the world-renouncing woman. 8. Antilekoa the woman who is perfect in herself. 9. Epopta the watchwoman. 10. Eschatologa the woman who recognizes the last things. 11. Esanasa the woman who heals. 12. Yatikona the woman who is of firm character. 13. Enkarista the woman who gives thanks. 14. Adamonisa the woman who thinks of self-happiness. 15. Inritma the woman who creates harmony. 16. Ifergata the well-doing woman. 17. Eferluta the self-evolving and self-unfolding woman. 18. Equaltata the woman who rises up. 19. Ekgasta the woman who elucidates. 20. Ifar the partuariant woman. 21. Eloa the woman who bids welcome. 1. Farbulanan the man who versifies narratives. 2. Fakiranan the man who uses legerdemain. 3. Fanumatol the convincing man. 4. Fluidasan the man who knows the non-comprehensible and the non-ascertainable. 5. Fordararan the man who unifies. 6. Fohata the man who sees the primal light. 7. Fatsaraso the man who Bayrafa the woman who is a secret instructor. 10. Barukata the woman who is an announcer. 11. Presita the woman who is an origination expert. 12. Banya the cleanly woman. 13. Bizinia the woman who is a song singer. 14. Biarik the woman who is a lyricist. 15. Banara the woman who is a trainer of knowledge. 16. Borzissa the good wife. 17. Belanira the beauty. 18. Benirira the woman who is an onlooker. 19. Basilia the woman who is a law expert. 20. Benissa the woman who is an alliance closer. 21. Bearzella the woman who is an analyzer. 1. Deductor the man who deduces. 2. Demiurgo the man who works well with his hands. 3. Demos guardian of fairness. 4. Ducalon the self-saving man. 5. Deriras the man who is an expert of the cosmos. 6. Dorados the gold-bearing man. 7. Deba the flying man. 8. Dabaran the ground-breaking man. 9. Deltos the man who is a sailor. 10. Demiurgo the man who seeks value. 11. Dietricos the unforgettable man. 12. Detanan the mighty man. 13. Detal the man who searches. 14. Didikol the man who is a fighter. 15. Disadon the man who is a hunter. 16. Durdak the man who is a finder. 17. Disidman the magnanimous man. 18. Dutyaz the man who is a daredevil. 19. Desil the man who is mild in behavior. 20. Dakal the hot-blooded man. 21. Deliro the man who is a dreamer. 1. Beriama the woman who speaks. 2. Daria the supportive. 1. Abtelos the man who is loyal to creation. 2. Abeos the good father. 3. Atlanta's guardian of the seas. 4. Absalomos father of peace. 5. Awagapos the loving man. 6. Akamo guardian of the stars and planets. 7. Alcazio the immaculate man. 8. Anandos the joyous and happy man. 9. Arahat the precious man. 10. Ariel guardian of the hearth fire of creation. 11. Astros the man who is a star observer. 12. Adlane guardian of the mountains. 13. Athasatha the man who contemplates the times. 14. Atlant the man who bears the celestial vault. 15. Atmabodas the self-discerning man. 16. Audios the man who hears. 17. Aphestos the law-bearing man. 18. Arcanos the man who bears secrets. 19. Oiros guardian of the sky. 20. Agensos Nikos forming man. 21. Asramas the self-endeavoring man. 1. Abdillah the woman who is loyal to creation. 2. Abaga the good mother. 3. Atlanta the woman who bears the celestial vault. 4. Ananda the joyous and happy woman. 5. Arcana the woman who bears secrets. 6. Asina the woman who is a sea dancer. 7. Alina the soft and tender woman. 8. Aga the woman who controls. 9. Agapar the loving woman. 10. Aramata the woman who is loved. 11. Arcanana guardianess of the secrets. 12. Asisa the bird protectress. 13. Askisa the skilled woman. 14. Athana the fire guardianess. 15. Athara mother of the woman. 3. Demeter the planet mother. 4. Defo the woman who is a celestial being. 5. Demara guardianess of fairness. 6. Decora the moral woman. 7. Dacto the woman who is full of expressiveness. 8. Donna the woman who catches birds. 9. Durada the gold-bearing woman. 10. Duteza the woman who gives. 11. Dreda the tree nymph. 12. Dunara the woman who upholds decency. 13. Bacterio the self-creative woman. 14. Demona the friend. 15. Damyela the weaver. 16. Demira the blossoming woman. 17. Delio the flagrant flower. 18. Deliara the woman who plays. 19. Dinate the hard-working woman. 20. Delirira the dreaming woman. 21. Danteri the virtuous woman. 1. Iculsios the man who gathers. 2. Ilis the man who will be. 3. Eidolanos the man who makes pictures. 4. Eklectos the chosen man. 5. Iminemos the excellent man. 6. Emphadouklas the ethical man. 7. Inkiridon the man who holds everything in hand. 8. Enduradon the world-renouncing man. 9. Entelecum the man who is perfect in himself. 10. Epopton the watchman. 11. Escataligon the man who recognizes the last things. 12. Isinazal the man who heals. 13. Itikon the man who is of firm character. 14. Encrystal the man who gives thanks. 15. Adamanishmos the man who thinks of self-happiness. 16. Enrithmos the man who creates harmony. 17.